What's up, folks? We are live. Got some of the crew coming in. We're going to put them up on stage and actually have quite a few fun things to talk about today. So I'm going to share screen and
Sparkler potato is killing me.
we can get into this. So, all right, can you guys, yeah, we can see this. Let's go. Well, I guess first off, happy holidays, everybody. And just for reference, for Legion people who are watching, Monza, if you maybe want to talk a little bit about what the whole what's the deal with the crates that that we got for the near eco, and then I can actually get individualized for how we're going to use some of that stuff. So
yeah, for sure. I guess we can start there. I'm a little sick, so I'll do my best, and might need a couple water breaks here. But yeah, Infinix. So I'm sure everyone knows that we've got some integrations with them with near intense and switching and other things like that. And they've had a couple things go live recently on their end with switching and crates. So if you switched in the past, I'm not sure if there are crates there yet, but they're working on that, I think, now. But yeah, switching is live. If you switch, you are eligible to earn crates. And then with that integration, they also gave us near like 500 crates to give away to the community, basically however we wanted to and best saw fit. So figured the best way to do that was through the Legion.
yeah,
That's exactly what we
and so
the Legion is for. So
just before we get into our predictions for the year with everybody, if you have an Ascendant SBT, you will be getting one crate as an Ascendant that we'll be sending your way. If you have a Vanguard SBT, you will be getting 3 crates. If you're an event host, which we're going to talk about in the coming a couple of slides here for the look ahead for 2026, you'll be getting 3 crates as an event host. And if you're a squad leader, we'll be sending 3 crates your way. So be on the lookout for this. Tat is actually on hand. We got him live here, the one and only. He'll be in touch, and we want to make sure that the Legion participants are, actively rewarded for contributing, even though it's still early on near, and even though we're in the early days. We'll write this up. We'll put this in the Legion chat, and you can follow up with us about getting that crate. And hopefully, I think one of the crates had a pretty big prize in them. I don't know, Monza. What maybe we could go through what the biggest prizes are, what some of those crates include.
Yeah, let me pull those back up on Infinix real quick, and then I'll run through them. I know there's a $1 million crate. I don't know if anyone's won it already or not, but I think it was like 2.5 million total in prizes in the crates, along with just like tickets to events and other things like that. So,
yep, Pudgy. There's some Pudgies. There's some pretty quality prizes. So if you got your rank, we'll get a crate over to you. We'll have some extra action in the Legion Treasury for other events and opportunities that emerge. Future Ascendants for the month of January, future Vanguards for the month of January. So definitely come stick around and, claim your crate, and hopefully you guys are the lucky ones. Who knows what we'll get. So with that, let's kick it off. We got a number of predictions to go through. This is the holiday stream. So most people are probably just hanging out with their families. It's December 30th. We got 2 days left in 2025. And then the year ahead has a lot of promise and a lot of opportunity. I think if you're on crypto Twitter, you'll be feeling that these days. Now, before we do that, and anyone else who's on live, feel free to just comment in. There's been some pretty cool, developments on Near. Near's always been a team that ships from the very beginning, back to when they had no shards, and now they have 10 shards, and with their vision of the account model and so forth. This is a look back just in 2025, everything that happens. Near Intense went to close to $8 billion in all-time volume. 2 AI products launched and went live. We're working to get you guys some more updates and data on the success of those products, because there is a pipeline associated with them that hasn't been shared yet. The Shade Agent framework, after a lot of work, got fixed up and ready for prime time, and we're hoping to see more Shade Agents this year. Calyx went live, I'm sure as you all know, with varying opinions on some of the things that might have launched. And then, we had some good, I would say, long-term build-outs for Near. So the House of Stake launched. That's growing. There's actually quite a bit of VE Near delegated to certain members, notably Slime of them. We all know Slime. The Harvard Business Review got published featuring Ilya's story of creating Near, which is actually a really critical piece of, I think, cred for what Near is all about and how consistent Ilya's been all along. And as you all know, the Near Legion launched and has been growing pretty nicely. So we're pretty happy with how 2025 ended, but there's a lot of questions about 2026. And this is where I kind of want to open the floor up as we get into 2026. We don't have to get into the details of the growth for Legion. 2026 is when we're going to tell the world about Near. And there's a lot of different ways we're going to do this. It'll be an iterative process. It'll hopefully correspond with the new products that are coming out in a way that we're not just selling hopium, but we're actually getting people to understand the vision of how intense, how a sharded chain, how an abstracted chain, and how AI fits together to provide a very unique technology stack that will, in our eyes, I think, change the world. So we're starting to tell the world by kicking off 10 events per month compounding. As I mentioned before, these event hosts, you guys will get crates. You guys are future GMs of city nodes around the world for the Near Legion as we grow this up. And January will be the very, very beginning of this build-out process. There is an events form that will link for everybody. If you want to host an event, we'll get in touch. And we're actually really looking forward to scaling up the IRL presence of the Near community in 2026. It starts here. It will hopefully grow to many of the cities and countries that you guys see on the Legion map, which is quite proliferated right now. I think there's like 2,000 members who are mapped for the Legion. That's what I'm excited about. Now I want to hear from everyone here, and I want to hear from the chat on what you guys think about some predictions for 2026 that we have coming up. So, we got a couple of questions here. I would love for everybody in the who's on stage at least to share their yes or no. And if you're in the chat, we will be tracking this as well. So feel free to share with us also separately your predictions, and we'll follow up and reward the people who are actually most accurate. It's going to be hard to be accurate because there's a lot going on. So question 1, we're at, I don't know if someone wants to pull up Dune. We're at around 8 billion in all-time volume for Near Intense in 2025. We went from 0 to 8 billion. Will Near Intense break 20 billion in all-time volume when we do this exact stream in 2026? Ewan, why don't you kick us off? Yes, no, and why?
So currently we are at 8 billion. I'll for sure say yes, because 8 billion was at the start. We'll have more and more integrations, more and more chains coming in. So I think 20 billion is still even lower than what we should expect. 30, 40, 50 million, like we should start doing milestone parties for 2026.
All right, bullish. Nice. Monza, your prediction?
Yeah, I think 20 billion is pretty easy there. We saw a volume kind of slow down a little bit around the holidays, and then just with volume all around crypto down and vibes down and everything, but started to pick back up. So I think doing 20 billion should be no problem for us, like Ewan said, with everything else that we have coming, most of which I can't talk about.
We got 2 yeses. Potato, feel free to
easy yes. I think 20 billion is pretty conservative. My rationale here is I don't know, I can't recall the exact timelines, but it took us about 4 months to hit the first 1 billion in trading volume, and like each subsequent 1 billion has been shorter. If even like we keep up with the same pace with the previous billions we've hit, 20 billion should be easy to hit like in 2026. I think it's pretty conservative, but yeah, easy yes.
And just for reference, as we go through these, you don't have to provide an explanation if you don't want to. You can always just say yes or no if you just want to keep it as you like. But I like the explanation. So Ryan, go for it.
100 billion.
That's your prediction.
That's my prediction.
Awesome. 100 billion all-time volume. I cannot wait to clip this. And I think, there you go. You got someone else who's with you as well. So bullish team we're feeling bullish. We haven't even talked about what the value of fees of 100 billion in all-time volume looks like in 2026. So Tat, yes or no, will it break 20 billion in all-time volume?
I mean, depends. Is it end of 2026 or
Yes,
the start?
it's
So
a
you're
year.
talking about the end, the
Yep.
stream, the end of the year. Okay, then yeah, the 100%. 20 bill, easy.
Wow. All right. We got a bullish chat. People are saying 100 bill. All right. That was question 1. Everyone said yes. We have no bears in the chat. People are confident. People think this is too conservative, that this should go to 100 bill. We'll see. We'll see who's right, and we'll follow up from that. So, all right. Question 2. And this one might be a little trickier because we might need to clarify what actually is considered a product and what's considered an add-on. So right now, there are 2 near AI products live. That would be private chat and private cloud. The question here is, will we see 2 new further AI products that launch in 2026 on the AI stack? So that could be DCML. It could be things like fine tuning. It could be things like memory. It could be a whole host of different things that the team might be cooking up. Ewan, your thoughts. Will Near launch 2 or more new AI products in 2026?
Minimum 10.
No,
we got the Harvard paper. Like, we gotta go even harder in AI in 2026.
Minimum 10. I was gonna say, I don't know what the AI team would think about that, but you do at least think that there will be 2 or more new ones.
For sure, there will be more than 2, in my opinion.
What 2? Give us at least 2 that you would like to see, that you think would be interesting or valuable.
Currently, I saw one with ticketing, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure which team did it. So something related to how we engage with our daily lives, a product or AI that can help us. And the second one, I really want to see something related to intent as well. So maybe like, hey, I want to do a cross-chain swap to any chain, and then that AI will just do it for me without having me to like think about all the different processes and procedures.
And to be fair, this actually might include like shade agents as well. An autonomous shade agent that's designed to do some type of transaction on intents would count as one of these 2 products. So fair. Okay. Ewan says yes over 2. Monza. And I would say I demand complete honesty on this. So you guys have to be, we will hold people accountable for their predictions. And this is not just like a hype train. You guys got to be honest about what's coming. And it's for everyone's benefit to be honest. So Monza, your thoughts? Will we get to 2 more, 4 total in 2026?
I'll say hell yes.
Okay.
And I'll leave it at that.
Great. Potato, your thoughts?
I'm a bit skeptical, not on the AI vision, but I think instead of having more products, I'm pretty bullish on DCML. I think that gets shipped early in 2026. Seen a bunch of bull posts around it. So I definitely think DCML is happening early next year. Whether we get a second one or not, I'm not very convinced, but also because I don't have that much visibility into it. I do, however, think there'll be a lot of stuff built on top of like private chat, private cloud. Whether you count those as new products or not is a bit in the gray area because you're building on top of an existing product. But if we do count those, then definitely more than 2. If it's a completely new thing, then maybe DCML, yes, but I'm not sure if something else is coming.
Okay, fair take. Rhyme, honesty only, sir.
Why would you think I would be anything but honest? I think Ewan had a way hotter take than the 100 billion though. As far as AI products, with the contingency of shade agents being one of those milestones, I feel like that is fairly inevitable that there will be some kind of a multitude of shade agents that come out of 2026. But what I would really like to see come out of those shade agents is a more usable experience, and making it and closing that gap between what it is to build the shade agent and for anyone to be able to use the shade agent. Because I think if we're just continuing to rely on them to be built, if we're continuing to rely on them to be built only by the user and the small cohort of people that are building them, then I think that we're going to be missing a huge opportunity for people to actually use them outside of the developer kit.
All right. So yes or no on your will near launch 2, over under.
We're over 2.
Over 2.
And
All right.
that's
Everyone,
my honesty.
You guys, minus Potato, you guys are all pretty bullish. Tat.
Okay, is it near the ecosystem or is it near team, like near AI team?
Near AI team. Would near AI team or affiliate near ecosystem teams?
I would say then, yeah, okay. Then yes, 2, but I don't think way more than that. 2, like right on the line, 2.
That's why we put it at 2, by the
Yeah.
way. So
Yeah,
smart
fine.
take. All right, next one. Will the intense fees buyback switch turn on in 2026? Yes or no? This is a hard one because it's largely outside of everyone's control. There's a lot of different variables. If you want to be hopeful, I would say you go over. If you want to be pessimistic, maybe some might even say realistic, you might want to go under. What are our thoughts on this, Ewan?
I'll go with yes, because like we have 8 billion volume. If we don't turn on the fees, I think more and more the communities will like just bringing the pitchforks and ask like, get this over, get this on. We want this on. We want near buybacks. We want near burns, and we'll see more and more people inside Legion chat as well as near Discord, because like we already are seeing this in near Discord. When are the buyback coming on? When is it coming in? And I'm just telling them soon, and just soon.
So your answer is it needs to. It needs to turn on. Okay, fair.
That's my answer.
Monza, your take.
Can my answer be I hope so?
Yep, that's a fair take as well. I think it's a fair reflection of statement. Potato.
Yeah, I think it's not gonna turn on anytime soon. But if the timeline is the whole of 2026, I think at some point in 2026 we should figure out a buyback mechanism, whether like whatever that mechanism is, whether we are staking it or whatever. But I think maybe not in the first half of 26.
Yeah, fair. Okay, interesting. Again, a great honest take. I love that. Rhyme, Will, do you think there's a chance that this turns on, or do you think for whatever reason we wait a little longer?
Potato over here giving a funeral to our bags. RIP over here. But I mean, I was under the impression that it was inevitable. So I haven't heard or seen that has changed. So I wouldn't see why not. But yeah, I'm kind of in Ewan's sentiment there. Like it needs to.
Good. Okay. Tat, round us up.
It needs to, but it's not gonna happen. That's what I think.
Oh, all right. Tat.
Sorry, guys.
Take. I think Crypto Black said that as well. So we'll see. We'll do this review and we'll come back in 2026. But it's good to hedge. So all right, Legion growth question. We're at 3,700, 3,600 right now. Will the Legion grow to over 10,000 in 2026? We intentionally put that number because, as we put with the others, we're trying to put the line right where it's really hard to get it spot on. Do we 3x the Legion to 10,000 next year at this time in terms of members in the Telegram chat or mapped members? Or do we fall below that number? Ewan, your thoughts?
Like, I might seem very hopeful, but easily, yes. I will show more results on and maybe a trend come in the coming months.
All right. That's bullish. Monza?
Say yes too. We got all the events coming up, NearCon activations going. I feel like the Legion is still like right in the early stages where everything that we want to do, we're just it's just getting going right now. So I think the size that we have right now is pretty crazy for what we've been, you know, for what it is.
3
And
months,
now,
yeah.
now we're going full gas with events all over the world, and NearCon coming up, and we've got products and content cooking. So I think 10,000 should be easy.
Okay. Potato.
I think we might just hit 10K, but it won't be easy.
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful because there's IRL activations, there's NearCon, as Monza said. There's so I think like Legion is kind of entering its second phase. So when did Legion start? Like around September. So
Yeah.
in about 3 or 4 months, it's done pretty good. But it's gonna be right on the line. So maybe like towards the end of the year, we might just hit 10K.
Interesting. Rhyme.
Sorry, I couldn't find my mute button. Yeah, I think 10K is a pretty attainable milestone there. I think the biggest goal for us would be obviously 10,000 active members. But yeah, I think considering the trajectory and considering the network of events that we have going through every corner of the earth, I think that it's a pretty moderate milestone for the Legion to be able to reach.
You guys are making me sweat with these high expectations. So Tat, what do you think?
Honest expectation, I would say mapped members, yes, we will reach 10K because of the events going on. People inviting each other and stuff. But active members is going to be really difficult.
Yeah.
But mapped and joined, 100% 10K and above. But active is going to be difficult.
And great comment there from Christian. Quality over quantity. If you're in
100%.
Minsk, that's the guy to talk to. Rising star of Legion. Shout out to Christian. We will see how the year treats us and how the market might treat us as well. All right, little J11. I don't think Half-Blood is here right now, but we had 2 favorites in the first races. I don't know if anyone actually knows how J1 is fully designed, and there's still 10 races left, I think. So we can just do a quick yes/no here because I don't think anyone has more to add on this. Anyone want to think if Half-Blood or Tipster takes J1 championship? The winning podium finish with the big reward on it. Ewan.
Can we open like a poly market bet on it? Let me bet like few hundred on Half-Blood.
Half-Blood. All right. We I think Tat has that going for DGen Arena. So yeah. Monza, Potato, Rhyme, Tat, real quick. Yes or no, Half-Blood or Tipster?
I'm gonna say no. I'll take the field on that one.
Gotcha. Potato?
Yeah, I'd say neither. So if you look at the second race, it was completely like the standings were completely different from the first one. So you could have the possibility that neither of them come on top.
Okay. Rhyme.
Half-Blood's the only name that I recognize, and probably the depth of what I understand of what's going on with J1. So I'm gonna go with Half-Blood.
All right. Sounds good. Tat.
I think none, but I'll vote for Half-Blood.
Yeah, so I was gonna say this is the easiest bet for the field, guys. No one knows how this is gonna go. This was meant to be a softball, but I guess we all love Half-Blood, so you guys are locked in on that prediction. All right, so here's a fun one. We have 10 events planned in January. We are intending to compound grow events from January to December. So that means that if that compound growth continues, we would have 20 events in February, close to 40 events in March, and it would continuously go up. That's an extremely ambitious form of growth. So the line here is at the end of 2026, we have over 100 events having been hosted for the Near Legion around the world in different cities and with different Legion members setting it up. Yes or no, above or below 100? Ewan. And Ewan, for everyone watching, is hosting the Kuala Lumpur event. I think there's already like 45 people RSVP'd. you'll have a good feel for this. Are we going to get to over 100 in 2026?
Yes, we will, but the only thing I'll be afraid of is like the quality of events, because the more events we do, like the control of it will be a bit hard to do. So hopefully, even if we do 100, it might be closer to the year end, so that we have like a set procedure. We can ensure that all the hosts knows what to do, and ensure that there is like a set SOP, so that it's not like just doing the events just for the sake of events, but doing the events to bring in quality members as well.
That's right. And just to add on to that, we are actually building an intense-based front end for event participants to set up a DCA into Near straight at the event to join the Legion and to essentially become a disciple of the Near Legion and buy Near every single day. So you're spot on. The goal of these events is to grow the Near ecosystem IRL, and also to eventually establish city nodes around the world for self-sustaining Near communities. There will be a lot of iteration on how these events run in spite of the ambitious, out of the gate setup. So, and great feedback as well. Monza, your thoughts?
I'll say yes. I think the first few events will probably inspire some other people that were maybe a little nervous about hosting one themselves to host their own. And then again, with NearCon coming up and all the other things we have cooking, I think we'll do this. And as long as Ewan's hosting an event every month, that gives us like 10 or 12 right there. So
that's right. That's
we should be good.
Ewan can get you 10% of the way. Potato.
Yeah, I think it's an easy yes. We're doing 10 or 11 in January. If you don't even compound it, you're doing about 120 for the year. So, and we are expecting, like, we already have a lot of interest for February. So we are compounding, and it is going to keep growing. So yeah, easily over 100.
All right, Ryan.
Same logic for Potato there. So assuming the powers that be let us continue, that number is pretty much built in as a floor. But I would also like to comment on the DCA front end, as we are asking our attendees and inviting more people into the Near community to DCA the token. If we are going to ask these people to DCA our Near token, I think it's only good faith for us to also DCA our own token. And when
Absolutely.
I say we, I mean in reference to the Near intense fees and revenue. So big believer in a giving method of commerce. So
yeah,
you got to give in order to receive.
Yeah.
Sorry, words are hard today.
Yeah. Tat.
Everybody's so bullish, by the way. But yes, I think we can easily.
We're going to 0.
We can easily get more than 100, but there's a but. I don't think we should, though. We need to make sure we bring quality. I think someone commented about it as well. So I think we need to make sure to see how the first one goes, to make sure we provide quality stuff, even if it's like small events. So 100 is easy to reach, but should we do it? Not sure.
Yep.
That's my answer.
Also echo those sentiments.
Yeah.
So smart events over, I think, that's been shared. Quality over quantity. Love it.
Exactly.
All right. Gonna get a little competitive here. Will Near overtake Tau in mindshare to become the #1 AI token? I think if you looked over the last couple of days, it was about a $220 million market cap difference. They flipped once earlier in Q3, Q4. Do we think Near's got enough juice to take the mantle and position itself as the #1 AI token at some point in 2026? Yes or no? If you want to add why, go for it, Ewan.
I'll just say yes. I need to think about the why at the moment. So there are a lot of different products coming in, but I still need to like think more about like how are we gonna like position ourselves.
Okay, Monza.
I'll just say yes.
Potato.
When we say mindshare, it's market cap, right? Not
that's
like
exactly right. That's the index. So we're not meaning like a mindshare Kaido metric. We're meaning like, are you #1 by market cap in the AI token category?
Yeah, I mean, irrespective, I'd say yes. Whether like it's like crypto Twitter mind share or market cap. We should be higher than Tao.
Rhyme.
Who is the founder of Tao?
Many, multiple.
There's multiple founders.
There's multiple teams that are involved. I think maybe Barry Silbert, or I forget his full last name. From there are some notable personalities, but I don't think none is defining as Ilya.
Gotcha. So none of them built the architecture that is foundational to modern AI. Is that correct?
I would say that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Tat.
Easy, yeah. I'd say yes. Yes for me as well.
Man,
This is
and
a
we're
yes.
talking about being bullish. It's been a dog.
No, but I mean this, yeah, because it's right there. They're close.
They're close, and Near's on
And
the
for the
rise.
plan that we have for the upcoming year, it's gonna be a yes.
All right, we'll see.
I trust in us.
What city will get the first Legion City node in 2026? That is a wild card, considering we haven't even hosted an event anywhere, and we don't even know who's going to be a setup for optimal GM of this city. But we can actually look at this theoretically. If you would want a city to have a city node for Near and build out a basis for a IRL community around the world, which city would you want to see get a city node in 2026? Ewan.
Like, guys, you are basically competing with me if you want to like do a first city node. So get ready, sign on the form, and because I'll be doing a lot of things in my own city with the governments, with the project. So the competition is going to be hot. Just put it out there.
All right. Ewan voting for himself. I love to see it. Monza, your thoughts?
I'll go with Nashville. I'll take Nashville as the winner there.
Very interesting. Potato.
It's a tight one, and but I think I fancy Minsk. I think Christian is doing a great job at getting people together in Belarus. So maybe Minsk.
Yeah, there was rumors that someone is going to drive 10 hours to the Minsk meetup.
Wow.
Just as a heads up. So I hope your city commitment meets that. Rhyme.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Ewan kind of sold me. So wherever Ewan's doing, I'm on the board. Send me the sheet. I'm signing.
Kuala Lumpur. All right, interesting. Tat, your thoughts?
I'm going for Christian as well. So I'm going Minsk. I'm sorry, Ewan. I love you, but Christian is doing great as well.
High expectations, Christian. High expectations, sir. I'd love to see it happen, but yeah, just so you know, that's interesting. We also had a lot of Lagos and DFW and a couple of others. We are hoping to get 10 city nodes up. So this is not, a winner take all. There will be many city nodes depending on, where we can establish the largest IRL qualitative community. All right. This is a fun one. It's a simple yes or no. You guys have the whole year to think if this happens. It has to be done publicly. So you have to have, a straight up actual X announcement or Near blog that showcases this. It can't be theoretical. It can't be in the future. Will Near announce an institutional partnership with a large financial services or AI company in 2026? And remember, I would also say Sovereign would apply in place of Near here as the digital asset treasury of Near, because they're part of kind of the ecosystem strategy. So the real question is, do you think a big institutional financial services or AI company is going to start using Near tech in the form of an officially announced partnership in 2026? Ewan.
I would say yes, but it will be in the form of maybe Near intents first, in my opinion, because that's being used too much and it's being pushed in crypto a lot.
Ewan with the curveball of Near intents is going to actually lead this. That's fascinating. Monza.
I like that take from Ewan as well, but so I'll double down on that. I'll say yes to both intents and AI.
All right. Potato.
Yeah, I feel like this question is intentionally trying to tease something, so I'd say yes.
What?
Yeah, let's.
Never.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Rhyme.
I pray in the name of George Zhang that it is a yes.
Someone clip that, run it, and
Please, sweet baby George Zhang, bring us home.
Cat.
I don't know. No, I'm going with a no.
Nice.
We're
Contrarian
going to zero.
take. I still respect it. Contrarian take. All right. Another hot topic. Just so you all know, we asked Mr. to join. Little late notice. I'm sure he would love to talk about this if he was here. He's not here. None of us have any idea about anything on this topic. We just thought it would be a fun prediction to look back on at the end of 2026. Will hot TGE in 2026? Yes or no? Thoughts? Ewan.
I don't know, to be fair.
You got to go yes or no. What does your gut tell you a year from today is going to be happening?
I would say yes, but with a question mark, to be fair.
All right.
If market suddenly goes sideways, yeah, then it would be a no.
All right. Monza.
I don't know what happened. I'm gonna go with no though. I don't know if you can still hear me.
Yep, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Just
Potato.
riding spinners.
Yeah, I think I'll have to pick a no for this one.
Whew. All right. Rhyme.
I believe that as of this morning, Polymarket had Jesus returning at higher odds. So I'm going to go with no.
Damn, guys. If the market follows as it has to, I think it's gonna be a yes for this year. Only if. But yeah, so it's a yes.
Somebody screenshot this guy. He's sniping it from a long range out. He's saying February 2026 book market.
That's the same thing I'm talking about.
Remember this account, and we'll see. You never know, but this degree of targeting is impressive. So
I agree with him. I agree with him though. I 100% agree with him. But only
February
if the market
29th,
follows.
right?
Only if the market follows. Yeah, the end of February. 100%.
All right.
29 February.
Yeah.
All right.
28.
Question 11. Do you think, and I'll add some context to this, do you think that next year at this time we'll still be talking about NEAR as one of the tokens in the holy trinity of privacy, and it will build itself a niche as a privacy token alongside Zcash? Now, you could say, no, I'm not saying like a privacy payment token. I'm saying people will associate NEAR with some type of privacy infrastructure, privacy product, privacy solution. The token might be used to pay or access that, but will NEAR be in the privacy conversation 1 year from today? Ewan.
I don't think so, in my opinion, because currently narrative is still AI. Intense pushing in, maybe it's a cross-chain swap, but where would be the privacy token narrative coming from? So that would be how I want to see how NEAR Foundation does it in 2026.
And so you do want to see them be private? You want to see them get into the privacy discourse more? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Beautiful. Monza.
I think we will, and I hope that we will.
Nice. Solid take. Potato.
Yeah, I hope it will, but I think NEAR is positioned more to enable other privacy tech stacks, so powering Zcash and the likes of it. So maybe not as NEAR itself, but more as an enabler.
Real quick before Ryan pops in, Vinny coming in with a great take. He would love so, but he thinks that we need more privacy apps, tools for that to happen. Things like mixers, account obfuscation, etc. Great take, Vinny. Ryan, your take.
I think it's too ambiguous of a spectrum to kind of say yes or no, just by the way that NEAR is affiliated with those different layers of privacy and what you associate with privacy.
So let me make it simple. Right now, people say, you know, Zola, Near, the holy trinity of Starknet, Zcash, and Near, things like that. Are we still going to be talking about privacy with Near in that sentence a year from today?
Yeah, I think I do believe that 100%. And the point that I was going to make is, you know, if you go to CoinGecko right now and you pull up Zcash, the contract says Near protocol. Like
Wow.
until that changes, I see that narrative only getting stronger. And if it doesn't, I think that that's a huge miss on our part.
Cat.
I'm going with a no, because not for the token, not for the Near token itself, but will we enable that for other tokens and for other stuff? Yes. But for Near as a token, no, it's not going to happen, because I think we're far more focused on AI than any other thing,
Nice.
or than privacy. That's what I mean.
All right, this one is in everyone's powers, you would think. Hasn't really happened or manifested, I don't think, yet. Will Near get onto Polymarket in 2026? Will there be a Polymarket that has a prediction about something to do with Near? Intense volume, Near price, something about AI compute, something about anything related Near. Will Near make it to Polymarket this year in supposedly the year of prediction markets, by the way? Ewan.
Can I ask, is it going to be like a Near wallet integration, or is it just like
No, a market about Near. So this would be saying like you would go to Polymarket completely separate, and you would see something about will the price of Near, or will Near intense, or will Near AI, and there will be an open prediction market about the Near ecosystem.
Oh, for sure. I think that's like an easy milestone to hit, to be fair.
All right, Monza.
I think so as well. I think we'll see probably something about either Near token price, intense volume, hopefully something AI related, but there'll be something somewhere.
Okay. Potato.
Yeah, I think it should happen. It's a pretty low lift, so I'm rooting for yes.
Rhyme.
I don't particularly care, to be honest. It doesn't, just having Near listed as another market for someone to bet on, like, doesn't move the needle. There's a sea of
You don't
things
think it
to bet
integrates
on.
Near in the meta, the prediction market meta? You don't think it'll help for Near to be at least associated with Polymarket?
I think it depends on how it's associated with Polymarket. I think that's a two-pronged question. You know, if it's just listed as a betting market, like a singular betting market within the sea of things, where hey, we'll Near go to this, or we'll Near intense volume go to that. I don't think that moves the needle like even a little bit. But if you're talking about a wider integration and actual using it within Polymarket, I don't necessarily think that's happening, but that would be something that I would care about.
Tat.
Just a market, yeah, for sure. Like just a prediction, 100%, easily.
Let's hold ourselves accountable and see what we get. This is, in my opinion, this is one of those where, as the comment says, it should. Now, whether that happens or not, we will see. All right. Another fun one. Maybe this is foreshadowing, maybe not. How many partnerships will private AI cloud B2B announce in 2026? Under or over 10? Now, we had a question before about large partnerships. This would be any partnerships. So for an example, when private cloud came out, they talked about how Mozilla was a partner in integrating, private cloud as a part of that, initial rollout. It would be on that level. Doesn't have to be big, but are we going to find product market fit with private AI cloud in the B2B space under or over 10? Where are we at? Ewan.
I'll say yes. Like if it's just any integration or partnership, yeah, it's very easy to hit.
Okay. Monza.
I'm with that. 10, over 10.
Potato.
Yeah, I think if you look at how Intense has so many integrations, should be easy to hit over 10.
Rhyme.
At the Church of George Zhang, we pray multiple times a day. So I do pray that we get more than 10 partnerships. The difference between large partnerships and, just partners, I mean, depending on even how you define that word, looks a lot of different things. So I would hope that if we are all in on AI the way that we are, that 10 would be an attainable number and far exceed it.
Cat.
If it's any partnership, over 20, easily. Easily. Mark my words.
All right. A lot of, I just want to point out to everybody that like this degree of bullishness, will require an impact of some sort for Near in 2026. You won't get away with announcing these partnerships and Near staying where it is right now in people's minds or, on the charts. So I think we're all gearing up for a pretty big year for Near, which is interesting because crypto seems a little disenchanted right now. And to take us to the next question for where things are, this was actually made when the market was pretty low. Do you think a year from today, the community, the ecosystem, all of you here will be more happy or more sad? And this is about Near. This is about your sense of, did Near deliver on expectations or did Near miss expectations for what you are hoping for 1 year from today? Are we going to be more optimistic or less optimistic about the future of Near? Ewan, your take.
I would say yes. With Legion, Intense AI coming on board and online, unless like something very big happens, like another war happens, I think everything will be it will be a happy ending for us for 2026.
Oh, he called the happy ending. All right, Monza.
I think it's all related anyway. So like if I will be more happy or sad depending on if I'm more happy or sad about Near. So we'll say we will all be happier here today.
Man, all this optimism about 2026 is again it's making me nervous, but I'm glad everyone's super optimistic. Potato.
Yeah, people have to be happier a year from now. There's very low animal spirits right now, so definitely yes.
All right, Rhyme.
So I have a bit of a confliction of thought, and you said the word and you alluded to just crypto being disenchanted right now. Currently, I'm extremely bullish on what Near is doing, especially as it's further entrenching itself as a infrastructure for all the different chains to be able to have access to universal liquidity. But at that same time, I don't think I've ever been more bearish on crypto as a whole. I think we're in a very weird place at the moment. And that was, I think that it's kind of proven itself the way that the year has unfolded, but particularly the way that 1010 played out. I don't think we have the necessary answers for that. And, there's just some things like charts just don't wick to zero like that. So I am hopefully optimistic just because my life is invested in this space, but I am very concerned about the overall macro state of things, which ultimately is bigger than Near. So as bullish as I am on Near, I am a little bit less bullish on the overall space, which ultimately what we're reliant on to some degree.
All right, so we got some great chat comments in the chat. More happy, obviously, the worst has happened. Thanks, Victor, for that. I think that's fair. And
always get worse.
We're at max pain right now, up only from here. That's exactly right. If you guys are watching this, you're the Trench Warriors. You guys are the ones who are going to win the biggest if we can turn things around this year and get Near, into the top 20 and turn it into a thriving, abundant ecosystem for the future of AI. Tat, what do you think?
I would say happy for the ecosystem because of the stuff we're going to be doing, like the events and community. That's going to be amazing by the end of the year, 100%. But market sentiment, we're going to be sad.
Oof. Tat
I'm sorry, guys. I'm being realistic. That's the thing.
All right. In line with that, let's get really direct here. Will Near break into the CoinMarketCap top 25 in 2026? Break, it doesn't have to stay. Will it ascend to reach that level, or will, for whatever reason, it not even get close? Ewan.
Just want to put it out there. Currently, we are ranked at 38. So hitting 25, some groundwork needs to be done, but I think it's possible. A lot of tokens still have their unlocks happening. You'll see their market cap getting affected as well. Near is fully unlocked. Just inflation reduction has also happened as well. So I think 25 is possible for 2026.
Monzo.
Yeah, for more context, Sheeb is ranked 25th right now. So I'd like to see us get up there with Sheeb.
Potato.
I think we might hit, but we won't stay.
All right. Fair. Rhyme.
I mean, I'm looking at what's ahead of us. Like something called Mantle's ahead of us. Something called Meme Core is ahead of us. I'm pretty sure Dot spent the rest of their treasury on wrapping their private planes. Surely we reach a top 25 market cap. Whether we stay, I don't know, but the way that things are trending, I would think so. But again, the larger market forces have me very spooked, and I hope I'm very wrong. But
yeah, the amount of hopium here makes me want to invite Slime onto the stream because you guys are being really optimistic. So Tat.
Nope. It's not
Tat
gonna
is
happen.
great. No, he'll tell us straight what happens. All right, Tat doesn't think it's happening.
No, it's not gonna happen because all the other coins are gonna go up as well. Top 30, we can see top 30. Top 25 is gonna be difficult.
Fine,
It needs to be like a major shift.
So I
reach
think.
that.
as long as we don't bottom out, I think we overtake Sui.
Wow.
But if we pass the 25, like top 25, we'll go higher, 100%.
All right, folks. Well, that is it. Those are the 15 questions that we will revisit a year from today. Thanks for joining on the holiday stream, and be on the lookout for a crate if you're hosting an event, if you got your SBT, and if you're active in Near Legion. We got plenty of those available. And a big thank you to everybody. As I think some of the comments had said above, it's been hard these last couple of months in crypto. We're not quitting. Near has a very, very optimistic future with the people who are running the ship and the product stack and all of you who are buying in every day. Let's be honest with each other. Let's keep working together, and let's have a great 2026, which hopefully lives up to the expectations of how optimistic everyone is. If you want to host an event, be on the lookout for the form. We have an events form. We'll be in touch. We're already booked through February. So it'll be in March and moving from there. But we'd love to have more people host events. We'd love to grow the Near Legion community. And say GM in the chat, and we'll see you guys around. So have a good one, everybody. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, guys.
New Year's.
Bye. Goodbye.